and she's going to share with us today a real life journey of what she has been using to help support her day-to-day life with her autistic son, and also for the well-being of herself, her family. So thanks for Helen for joining us. Let me begin. Okay, disclaimer first. Helen and I are not doctors, medical professionals. We are not treating or diagnosing anyone on this talk, but rather we are sharing experience from real life experience and from readings and research that we have done. Also for a lot of feedbacks and experiences from other parents who have used the oil and found them effective. And we have collated all of the information and share with you today. So I hope you would find it useful, and feel free to ask us questions at the end, I think. All right. And if you have a question, you can maybe type on the chat, and then we can come to it as we approach the end. Okay, starting off, going to give you a brief description of what autism is a complex developmental condition that involves persistent challenges in social interaction, speech, verbal, nonverbal. They are probably a bit restricted in their social skills. They might have repetitive behavior. It's really a series of related developmental disorders that can affect their language skills, behavior, social interaction, as well as their ability to learn. Autism is not a brain disorder, but rather it is a disorder that affects the brain. So there's a big difference there. The brain has nothing wrong with it, right? It is something that is disturbing the brain that makes it like that, right? I've been reading a lot of materials on possible causes of autism, and one of the biggest culprit, I would say, is in relation to heavy metal toxicity. So I would highly suggest that just to look around in your house and see what you can do to reduce the exposure to heavy metal, as well as other harsh chemicals. Things like, putting a filter at your for your water that comes into the house, because our pipes, it does have all copper pipes or metals that can impact the quality, the purity of our water system. So that's number one. Secondly, things like pesticide, it does most probably also contain heavy metal. Heavy metal, what I mean about that is things like mercury, lead, copper, all of these are heavy metal. Do what we can to reduce it. Not only affects kids with that are autistic, but it impacts all of us, everyone. So it's good to not get too much exposure into it. Okay, next. Autism has various symptoms, and I've collated a number of them here that are most common, starting with on the left-hand side, behavior-wise, they tend to do things repetitively. Hyperactivity, sometimes they will like to move constantly, jumping up and down, making loud noises. Fixation on activities. They might want to do something out of a routine. They might do the same activity over and over again. Maybe jumping, they will jump up and down nonstop for a period of time. Another one is impulsive. Sometimes when they like to request for something, they might become a little bit aggressive to themselves or even to others. So something that, these are the common traits. On the right-hand side, they could be extra sensitive to certain things. For example, to touch, to light, to sound. They might not like to interact socially, do not want to take part in a group activity. They may be a bit fussy in terms of their eating habit. They might like certain food and don't enjoy certain food consistently. Some of the habits, they might like to be extra clean, or it's just some behavioral and habits that they have that can be quite particular. Lastly, the attention span tend to be short and impatient. So I guess having the understanding of these common symptoms, it is good that we do understand and try to be extra patient when we are confronted with them with a display of some of these symptoms. Okay, so some people might ask, why do I use essential oil for autism? The answer is I've collected a list here. A lot of parents might be looking for an alternative solution, use something that can be a little bit more natural, less invasive. So using something that can reach their sensory system may be a very like a more natural and less invasive way of calming them down. A lot of parents also like to avoid giving them prescription medications, understanding that all prescription medication, although it's given by doctors, if the amount can be controlled or if it can be delayed in giving it to them, all prescription medication has its side effects. So that's why a lot of parents would like to consider using natural alternative where possible. Okay, using aromatherapy can also help the kids with, you know, better sleep, trying out things that would promote more calming sensation, help them to reduce anxieties. Also, using essential oil can be a cheaper alternative to, you know, getting regular, constant therapy sessions. Maybe Helen can share later how much the therapy sessions can be, but I understand it's not cheap. Okay, so knowing that using essential oil can be one of the ways to help supporting you, there are also safety tips that we need to take into considerations. Consider your child's sensory preferences and needs. That's number one. You know, some kids might like citrus oil, some kids might really hate it. So knowing your child, you would want to start picking something that you know of their favorite, because trying something new on special needs kids, you need to be extra careful, extra sensitive, and understanding their preferences is a much preferable way to start. Okay. Some kids may have sensitive skin, so I highly recommend that you do a skin patch test first. You know, putting the oil onto their skin. Start with a diluted version, especially for younger kids, and monitor if there's any rash development after 1 hour. And very important to take note that you never force your kid to use essential oil, be it your kid is autistic or normal. We never want to force our child into experiencing something, because that will bring on a negative connotation, and you don't want them to feel negative every time you bring out essential oil. So it's very important that you approach them with essential oil slowly, and give them time and space to slowly accept what you're trying to give them. Okay, try one oil at a time and monitor for the effects. This thing is something that I've learned from another mom. She likes to even try the oil on herself before giving it to her son. I really appreciate that approach, because at least you get to experience it and know how it works before you put it onto your kid, and at least you know what to expect. If they have a different reaction from from your own reactions, then at least you know how to handle and manage, okay? So trying one oil at a time is highly recommended. Then you can definitely tell what it was relating to, okay? So far, okay, I hope? All right, so some simple ways of using oil aromatically on the far left-hand side. You can diffuse it. That would be one of the less invasive way of using it aromatically for your child. You can diffuse it in the house, in the room, while they're studying, or you can simply make a spray and put it onto their clothes or their soft toy, for example. So that can be done. Another way is topical use. So you can always dilute a solution and apply that onto their, you know, their pulsus point, their temple, back of their necks. And one of the less known way of using essential oils are to have it internally, okay? Internal use, I would highly recommend you only try that on your child if they are already an adult size or adult, okay? So very young kids, I don't recommend you letting them ingest essential oil because their digestive tract and the internal organs, the mucosal that line their organs up are very, very young still. So essential oil can be very potent and they may not be able to take that. So I highly recommend that you only use oil internally when your child is of an adult size in this case. One very good way is putting a diffuser in the car. You know, when you drive your kid to school, the aroma in the car is very well contained within a confined area. So the effect will definitely be quite obvious. Wearing a diffuser necklace, if they have any favorite things they like to wear, putting a drop or two of essential oils on there will definitely allow them to inhale the aroma longer, okay? Okay, so now I'm going to hand this over to Helen to share with us her journey on when she discovered her son Gabriel on having the first diagnosis. Okay, so Helen, hand it over to you.
Thank you, Caroline. Thank you, everybody. And hello to you all. Hope you have a good day today. And yeah, today is the last day of eating out. So let's stay safe and take care, everybody. A short introduction about me. I am Helen. I'm 44 years old and I have 3 kids. They are aged 9, 6, and 3+. So Gabriel is my eldest. He's 9 years old. He's studying primary 3 in Pathlight School, and he's the autistic child. So when did I discover that he is autistic was when he started childcare. A couple of months attending it, the teacher called us up and said that there was something weird about his behavior. So as parents, we would want to find out more, and I'll ask the teacher, like, why do you say that he's weird? Okay, so the symptoms she told us was that he is not playing with his peers, he's not mingling with them. While they were having classes like singing, dancing, or playing, he will be at one corner doing his own stuff, playing toys or reading a book. He's also attracted to things that spin, like the ceiling fan or the wheel on the bus or the car. And also he liked to line Lego blocks in one straight line. And another thing is that when you try to communicate with him, right, there's no eye contact at all. So we were advised to bring him to see a doctor for assessment. And so we made appointment with the KK and bring him to see a doctor. After several appointments later, right, he was diagnosed with mild autistic. And of course, the journey for that was like, you have to attend counseling session, therapy session. We also have to attend a hearing test because he wasn't verbal at the moment, to check that his ears, there's nothing wrong with his hearing. And of course, the therapy session includes like gross motor skill, daily life skill, and verbal development. And yeah, just now Caroline was asking like how much is per session. Was, I think one session could be easily like $80 to $100 one session. It's only
and
like
there are multiple.
40, yeah, there are multiple, and it's like only 45 minutes, and it's like today you go for daily life skills, and then the next session is a gross motor skill, and then another session is for verbal development. So there are like several different therapy sessions to go through. Of course, there are some results like we can see that he has improved on his verbal. His gross motor skill has all like improved a lot, but the thing that we cannot really see the result is on his meltdown and his emotion, because there's nothing to teach us how to control it. The only thing that the specialist told us is that find out what triggered him and try to avoid that trigger point. which is difficult because there's 1,001 things to trigger him. For him, the thing that trigger him is he's very sensitive to loud noise and sound.
I see.
Like when we were reversing the car, you know, the car that has this clicking sound when you reverse.
Yes.
He is very sensitive to that sound, and he will start to shout, to cry, scream the moment he hear that sound. So when he attended the session, they told him to cover his ears when he hear that sound or any loud sound that trigger him. But that doesn't really solve the problem, because we will still have to go out. There will still be sounds, noise everywhere. So
it can't be controlled all the time, right?
Yes, it can't be controlled, and there's a point that we don't want to go at all, no. We just want to stay at home. We don't want to bring him out at all. Right. So yeah, that's how terrible it is.
Yeah, and that also limits his exposure too, right?
Yes. So that was before we started using essential oil, and then I think it's a godsend, because I met Caroline, and she introduced me to doTERRA, which I was very amazed at the result, because I have tried all things, TCM, massage, anything, okay, but not essential oil. So when she introduced me to use essential oils, I was quite skeptical, but nonetheless, I was thinking like, okay, I tried everything already, nothing to lose, right? So she gave me a sample, the recipe for calming. So this calming oil is actually to control his meltdown. I won't say to control, but to improve the situation of his meltdown. Because the calming oil would be like there's frankincense, there's wild orange, and there's balance. Okay, maybe we can see some of the photos first. Before we skip to that.
Okay, we can go through the oils.
So this is Gabriel when he's 5 years old. Is his first Christmas party.
How old again? Sorry.
5 months old.
Okay.
Yeah, that was 5 months old when he had his first Christmas party.
Right.
So then we had him, like, this is his first day at childcare. And then another one is this is his graduation. So you see, like, from beginning to now, you can see that there's nothing wrong with him, you know, on his looks. He is just like a normal kid. It's just that his behavior, he is not mingling with anyone. He's not playing along with his cousins, his siblings. He will just be like playing by himself or reading a book. Yeah. And then you can see that, okay, this is after he had the oil applied to him and he started to mingle around. This is him with his siblings at the swimming pool. Then this is his 8th birthday party. You can see that he is having eye contact when he's taking the picture.
I see.
Yeah.
Because otherwise he wouldn't look into people's eyes, right?
Yes, yes. Then the next one is him playing with the cousins at the void deck. So you don't see him doing that when he was much younger. When he's supposed to be like playing along with other children. He's not. It's only until recent years, like maybe 7, 8 years old, and then he started this. And then it's a very big improvement to us because we can see that he is interacting. Yeah.
Wow. I mean, for parents who doesn't have this experience will think that this picture is just normal, right? You just ride a scooter and like, you know, with other kids around. But for Gabriel, it's not. It
took him a few years. It took him probably like 2-3 years to learn how to scoot. Yeah, because for a normal child, maybe it takes them a few weeks or a few months. But for him, it takes him, number one is also his courage. We need to, because for autistic children, they are not willing to try new things. They would prefer something that is very routine. They have done it before. And to them, it's the daily thing. So this scooting to him is not daily. So he doesn't even want to try it at first. So it actually took him quite some time before he actually tried it, and he's actually doing it very well now.
Oh, very good. Yeah. I mean, it must be very comforting for you, right? Seeing this.
Yes. Because it's really it's something that I cannot tell you all how I feel, because it's beyond words. When you see it,
definitely.
I mean, if you have a child that is normal maybe to you, it's okay, it's normal. But when you have an autistic child, when he managed to do something like this, even one small step, it really makes you feel very proud.
I'm sure. Thank you for sharing. Maybe you can share with us what oil you have tried using for Gabriel.
Okay, like I was saying just now, that for most of his meltdown, I will use this calming blend, which is consists of frankincense, balance, and wild orange. So before we started using oil, something triggered him, and then he has his meltdown, and this meltdown could last for like 45 minutes, 1 hour, something like that. It is very frustrating because he was also non-verbal at the moment. We don't know what he wants. He don't know what we want. So it's very frustrating. So when we apply this calming oil for him along his back, his meltdown actually is shorter.
I see.
You
so
can really see the result. Yeah, from 45 minutes to like less than 15 minutes.
Okay.
So it's very wonderful. It's also good for the parents, because we wouldn't feel so frustrating, you know, when the child is having their meltdowns and we are trying ways to calm him down.
Yeah.
So it's like it's just a normal quiet sobs, and this is very amazing. And I wanted to touch on balance. Balance is really good for not only for the child, but also for the parents. Yeah, this is balance. It's not only good for the child, but it's also good for the parents, because it actually balances out your negativity thoughts, and it's also a mood lifting oil. So when the child is having meltdown, I would suggest you to apply balance as well.
Because the parent needs to feel grounded and
yes
be able to handle, because I think parents with special needs kids need extra capacity and patience and all
Yeah,
to really
yes.
withstand this. It's not something that happens once in a while. It can be every day or multiple times a day.
Yes, yes. So it really, really helps, for parents with special need child. You can apply balance under your feet. That's where I apply also, and I think it can last me for the whole day.
Wow,
So yeah,
amazing.
so it really, really helps.
Yeah.
And then the next one is about his sleep. He used to, before he applied the oil, right, he wouldn't go to sleep for like 1-2 hours. He would just turn and toss on the bed,
Ah,
and this actually affects his sleep quality
mm,
and also his mood the next day, because when he wake up, he doesn't have enough sleep, and then he will be more frustrated and also have more meltdowns.
oh
So
yeah.
what we do is that we have this sleeping blend, which has the wild orange, balance, and lavender piece. And
Mm,
as you can see, all these oil are actually the calming oil. So it actually calm
mm,
down the mind and the body, and
mm.
it's easier for him to fall asleep. And also, I will rotate the oil a bit. Like today, I will use, maybe for this week, I will use sleeping blend. The
Mm,
following week, I will use lavender, and then another week, I will use lavender piece.
mm,
So the body is not immune to only one oil, but
right.
we are rotating the oils, and in a way, you also can observe like which oil work best for the
Yeah.
child.
Thanks for
Yeah.
the tip. Yeah, because sometimes one oil can work, and other times you need to change depending on
Yes.
the stimulant or whatever the reasons are, right? So
Yes. Yes.
having the rotation of oils can give you a more rounded support, I would say.
Definitely. And then
Great.
another oil that I will use for him when he started school is the Focus Blend. It's actually the Intune. This I will apply on his spine, along his spine before he go to school.
Mm.
So when he go to school, he can actually focus more, and he actually can finish his homework independently.
Wow.
Yeah, when I mean, I don't need to like sit beside him and coach him all the way. I will just, okay, do you have homework
Amazing.
today? And then he say, yes, I have. And I will ask him, can you do your homework now? And he will bring out his homework file, and then he will sit at the table and finish it all by himself.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
and in fact, he loves going to school, because sometimes when there's like public holiday or some school event, and then I will say, oh, tomorrow no school, and then he will say, huh, why no school?
Wow.
Yeah. So I mean, it's good lah that he loves to go to school.
That means
Then
it enjoys the
yeah,
interaction with
yeah,
other
yeah. He
people.
enjoys going to school, and he also like to play with his friends. In fact, he's supposed to have a birthday party on the 26th with his classmate, but because of the new measurement, so the party was
Yeah.
cancelled.
Yes, yes. That's a
Yeah. Okay. Then also I will also alternate the oils from Intu and DDR Prime, and sometimes peppermint with wild orange. So
okay.
all these oil here, right, is
Mm.
more on the concentration and the focus, and it gives him a clear mind to go and study.
I
Yeah.
see. Wonderful. I mean, these are the oil you are using for Gabriel, but
Mm.
I personally use them as well to help me calm down, to help me stay focused. Peppermint and wild orange is a very happy blend, I would say.
Yes.
It's cooling and the scent is very mood uplifting. So it is good for anyone in the family too.
Yes, yes. Like for sleeping bag, I will also use it on myself when I had difficulty to fall asleep. Yeah, and
Yeah.
especially sometimes when the husband snores. Yeah, and then I was like, oh, very difficult to fall asleep. Right? Okay,
Noisy.
this blend will come out.
Very good.
If I would in fact diffuse the blend also in a
Yes,
diffuser.
diffusing, right. Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
correct.
yeah. And then also on the younger child, when they became a bit hyper at night, then you can actually use this blend on them. So that they will calm down, because the sleeping bag actually calms them down, calm their body down, their mind down, and then maybe half an hour later they will be ready for the day.
Great.
Yeah.
Let's see. There's a real life demonstration you have recorded for us. How you use it on Gabriel and your little Mei too.
Yes. Actually,
just to let you guys know,
she wasn't supposed to be in the video, but then she just
helped herself.
Yeah.
I met Mei when she was a handheld baby, and Mei is now, how old is he now?
She's 3+, going to be 4 in November.
Wow.
Very fast.
Very. Let me show this video.
Hello everybody, it's 8:30 p.m. so I will be applying the sleep blend on Gabriel. So the sleep blend we have is wild orange, balance and lavender peace. Balance is actually a calming oil for mood lifting. I also like it personally. I have one bottle at home, at my office, which I will apply under my feet the moment I reach my office, so that the whole day I will feel calm and accommodating to myself. Okay, lavender peace is also another calming oil which is good for sleep. So if you really need a good sleep quality, you can actually apply using this. Another oil is the wild orange. It's also a calming oil for mood lifting. So you can see for the sleep blend, is actually most of the oil are calming and mood lifting. So this is how I will apply for him. I will roll on my hand and apply along his spine. And this is what you do. Also on his wrist. Seriously? Yes. And for the remaining, I will actually put on his nose for him to smell.
He's very used to this.
So this oil is not really for special needs kids, but you can also apply it on your other children. Like for my girl, I also apply on her, so that she will sleep earlier too. So they will be ready for bed by 9 p.m. And then there's another oil which we call it the calming blend. The calming blend is for him to actually control his meltdown and be calm. Okay, so we have wild orange, balance and frankincense. So as you know that the oil inside all have these calming benefits. For this, I actually make it into a spray, and then I will spray onto his uniform before he go to school. You know, just a few spray, so he can actually smell it for the rest of the day and when he's in school. Okay, that's all for this video. I hope you will like it. Thank you.
Thanks, Helen, for filming this.
I just want to add, like, for kids who are sensitive to the touch and sensitive to touch, you can actually try this spraying on the clothes, so that they can also smell the oil, without having it applied on them.
Great, that's a great tip. Yes, definitely. Yeah. Okay, so thanks, Helen, for sharing.
Thank you.
I like to add on a few essential oils for people I've heard using these items, which have been very beneficial for their older kids. So let me just, okay. One is digestive gland. What I understand is a lot of the autistic kids, they tend to eat extremely fast, And the result is there may be indigestion when they eat too fast. So Digest Zen is a very, very supportive oil in supporting the digestive flow, how the food goes through the whole digestive process. It can help to reduce gas, occasional indigestion, gastric or bloatiness, things like that. So Digest Zen is a very good one. You can apply that diluted onto the stomach, the tummy area directly in clockwise direction. Okay, so that could be one blend. Although I understand Gabriel's digestion is quite good, right?
He eats very slowly.
Okay.
Very
See, you
slowly.
see,
So,
everyone is different. Okay, having the same
everyone
like
is different. Everyone's system is different. For him, he eats very slowly. But he is a fussy eater. He is a fussy eater. He don't eat vegetables. So yeah, so there are times also when there's some times when he had constipation, and I will also apply this for him.
I see.
On his tummy. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Okay, another one is immunity boosting blend On Guard. This one is very important, especially during this period where we don't want to visit the clinics or doctors unnecessarily. If it's something that is mild and we can boost up our immune system and can avoid visiting the doctors, then it is very good. On Guard is a self-defense blend which can be applied on kids under their feet or along their spine, diluted with fractionated coconut oil. Another benefit of On Guard is it has wild orange, clove, cinnamon inside. And when you diffuse this blend, it's very mood uplifting. So for example, if someone is unwell at home, you can diffuse On Guard, and the aroma can effectively kill some of the airborne germs. So it can also help to reduce chances of family members catching the bug. Focus and patience, Helen had shared using Intune, DDR Prime. Vetiver is another oil option. It is a grassy kind of sand essential oil, very, very thick. It is very nice when you can combine that with, let's say, balance or lavender. It gives it a extra added support. Vetiver, I would say, from the scale of 0 to 10, it's probably at the higher end of the support. It is a stronger one. So maybe if your kid is older and need more support, something a little bit more potent, then you can consider Vetiver. Okay. Another one I want to share is more for internal use. Let me move this a little bit. Okay, so for internal use, there's a system called Adaptive. In fact, it comes in essential oil. So the bottle in the middle there, the touch form, which is a 10 ml roller bottle, both are for topical use. Okay, from the picture there, let me see how I can, sorry, I can't get rid of the faces on the right hand side right now, but hope you can see as much. The touch and the essential oil are very good for the limbic system because it works on the aromatherapy side. It can calm the emotions, reduce anxious feeling, is very soothing, and the smell is very mood uplifting. The smell is made of a base of lavender, spearmint, magnolia. Magnolia is a very calming essential oil. Compared to lavender in its neat form, it's 100 times more powerful than lavender. Okay. The capsule, which is the bottle on the right hand side. Something I've learned from other parents dealing with older, mature, adult size autistic kids is by taking it internally and with more severe level of autism, it shows a much more powerful effect. Okay, so the capsule contains 3 other ingredients. You can see on the left hand side the selenium extract. It's a flower. It promotes mood stabilizing hormones and combating occasional nervousness. GABA, it is very effective in quieting the neurotransmitter in the brain. So it basically reduces the excitability in the brain neurotransmitting activity. Okay, so then it can reduce your mental and physical strain. Lastly, ahi flower. It's an alternative of omega-3 oil. It's an alternative to taking fish oil or flaxseed oil. It's just another option. Why this is important is omega-3 can be very effective in reducing body inflammation, which is beneficial for anyone, okay? Another one I like to share is copaiba soft gel, which also comes in copaiba essential oil. The soft gel looks exactly like the picture. When taken internally, it can effectively calm your system. I want to highlight the fact that doTERRA's copaiba contains four different species of copaiba tree. The main chemical compound is sesquiterpenes, and the key benefit of that is calming. It can increase the supply of oxygen to your brain, and it stimulates the parasympathetic nervous system. Okay, so it's the reverse of when you're overstimulated. When you are very nervous, then this oil can help to counteract that, to promote a state of calmness. And it's also very good for your circulatory system and soothing to nervous feeling. It is also a very powerful antioxidant, okay? When our body is exposed to too much free radical, we need to have the support of antioxidant oil or fruits like berries to reduce the effect from free radicals. Okay, we're coming to an end here, and we have had the privilege to get Gabriel to tell us how he feels about using the oil from his own perspective.
What is your name?
Gabriel Lim,
How old are you?
8 years old.
Where are you studying?
I'm studying in public school.
Do you like doTERRA oil?
Yes,
Why do you like doTERRA oil?
because it makes me feel calm and good, and it helps me fall asleep. Thank you, doTERRA.
Amazing. Helen, can I ask, was it difficult for you to take this video
No,
from here?
it's one shot.
One shot, wow.
yeah. So actually from the video you can actually see that he is making eye contact. Although at times he's like looking away, but he is actually trying his best to make eye contact with the camera,
Right.
which is a very good point.
Yes.
Yeah, a very good improvement from him.
Yes, amazing.
Yes. So I hope the parents out there can actually with special need kids, they can actually try something natural to help them. Help them and help yourself also, because it is a very long journey. It's a very difficult journey.
It's a lifelong journey.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you are not alone. We are not alone. We are here to help, and I just hope that my video, my sharing is able to help everybody here.
Thank you, Helen.
Thank you.
Okay, so we've shared quite a number of oils, and I just want to show you how you can get them. The ones that Helen have been using, in particular, wild orange balance, Intune, DDR Prime. These are very popular ones, although there are more. I just highlighted a few here. The prices are listed here are wholesale and retail, and you can see the price difference between the two are roughly about 25%. You can contact the person who's invited you here to find out how best you can get your account set up with doTERRA. You can either purchase one of the enrollment kits, which is on the left-hand side, a very good starter kit with 10 oils, and inside the 10 oils, frankincense, lavender, on guard, breathe, lemon, these are all inside the 10 oil. I think from memory, Helen, you bought one of these to start, right, at the beginning?
No, I got the enrollment kit.
You got the enrollment kit, right? Yeah, the 10 oil. Yeah. So this 10 oil kit comes in two sizes. One is this one, the 5 ml is 280. And it comes with the diffuser and the coconut oil. The coconut oil is important because you need to blend the oil before you can use it on the trial.
So for the sleep blend and the calming blend, I actually top them out with the coconut oil.
Yes, yes. Otherwise, the oil can be a bit too potent for young kids. The other kit is at 15 ml and is at 467. So in the month of May, the bottom three oil, Tangerine, Lavender Touch, Breathe Touch, these are the promotional free gifts from doTERRA and our team. So you can enjoy that if you purchase a minimum of 100 PV product points worth of purchase, then you can get some of these free oil. Okay, just to end, right, just to share here, autism offers a chance for us to glimpse an outfield vision of the world that might otherwise pass us by. I found this quote very touching because we really don't know the perspective from an autistic child's point of view. They would have a completely different vision to the world from us. They can see things differently, and they all have a special gift. Really, if you know, you are the parent of one of them, you are basically gifted to help them discover their gifts. Being more patient, more forgiving can definitely help your child to flourish, become a contributing adult to the world. I want to share one example. Not sure if people have heard of this guy. His name is Elon Musk. He himself has recently come out and told the world that he was diagnosed with Asperger's. One of the spectrum, he actually has problem socializing with people with that particular diagnosis. He can't interact very well with with others, and you see how, you know, successful he is now. So yeah, I just want to thank Helen for being so generous in sharing your experience. So he is now. So yeah, I just want to thank Helen for being so generous in sharing your experience, and
I would like to share something. I actually once asked a friend, like, why do I have such a child? So this is what she told me. She said, because God trusted you, that you are able to take care of this child for him. And that's why he has given you this child for you to take care. And he will be with you, along the way. So never give up. Never give up on this child, because there is so much potential in him, and you are there to help him to discover this potential and help him to find out how he can do his best. Yeah, so I'm very grateful to her for saying this to me.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Mm.
I'm sure everything is works out perfectly, right? In the
Yes,
eyes of
yes,
God.
yes.
Okay, thank
Mm.
you again, Helen. And I think if anyone has question, please feel free to ask us here. Let me see. A lot of people on the chat. Thank you, thank you. Okay, I mean, this session will be recorded and we will share that to whoever interested in knowing. Let me see. Oh, okay, here. Later promote. Oh, okay, sorry. Before we finish, there is going to be a pure Singapore celebration on the 5th of June. It is an online virtual event. One of the speakers is Iman, who has an autistic boy called Adam, if you have heard of him. And if you have not gotten your ticket yet, please contact me or Deborah in getting your ticket. The ticket is $6 and it comes with a free on-guard sanitizing mist holder. Okay, I should have had it right here with me, but it's a holder that you can put the on-guard mist and hook it onto your bag with a little clip. It's very nice. So anyway, I hope that you can join us for that talk, and Iman is one of the speakers. You know, he has the most real life hands-on experience helping his grown-up son in overcoming and reducing the symptoms that he has. Okay, thanks again, everyone.
I think
Yep.
someone asked how
Yeah.
many drops of each EO. So
Okay.
for me, it's like if it's a 10 ml roller bottle, I will put 10 drops of each oil and top up with the freshener FCO. Yeah,
Okay.
so it goes so it's you just have to, for me it's like 10 ml, I will use 10 drops each. If it's 5 ml, then I will drop 5 drops each, and then just top the rest with the FCO. Yeah,
I think this dilution is okay generally for kids, and if it's very, very young kids, then you would halve that dilution. So reduce the EO amount by half at least.
yeah.
Okay, great. Is there any other question? Okay. Any oil recommended for anxiety? Yep, so we have gone through that. Okay, great. Let me see. I think that's about it. Thank you, everyone, again. And yes, whoever invited you here, you can contact them and find out how you can use and try and get yourself set up with doTERRA. All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Thanks, Helen.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.